Charles Bronson is Jack Murphy. He's a renegade cop. For years, he's made his...
What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back with another find from the dollar store. Today it's Murphy's Law, starring Charles Bronson, directed by J. Lee Thompson.
Gun is the murder weapon. You're going to jail, Jack.
I heard they arrested a cop. What the hell are you doing?
This was a really fun one. I enjoyed this. I know our friend Nye from Movie Badness said this is her favorite Charles Bronson movie. I could totally see that. I thought it was a lot of fun. A little sleazier than some of his other movies, but very enjoyable. I mean, I had a great time with it. About 6 months ago, I had a nice Charles Bronson weekend where YouTube actually dumped a whole bunch of Charles Bronson movies for free right on YouTube. So I watched The Mechanic and Mr. Majestic in one weekend. I wouldn't say this is as good as either one of those, but it's a different kind of a movie. Those movies are like a whole meal. This is more like a snack. But like I said, I had a lot of fun with it. It's from 1986, and it feels like a Cannon Group film from 1986. You know what I'm saying? Lots of explosions. We'll get into it. And right off the bat, when the film opens, our hero, Jack Murphy, played by Charles Bronson, gets his car stolen by a young thief, played by Kathleen Will Hoyt. And he pursues her but doesn't catch her. And then what happens is some people around him start to be targeted by a mysterious individual. And Charles Bronson is framed for a crime, and it turns out someone from his past has come back to seek revenge. And he's actually thrown in jail with who else but the young thief. And the two of them escape, and there you have the premise of the film. They're on the lam, so to speak. She's cursing at him nonstop the whole time, which is kind of, it's fun. It's interesting because it's kind of playful and juvenile. She calls him like snot licking donkey balls, or all the, like, she uses the word snot and booger a lot. But she also uses some serious four-letter words, and this is a pretty hard R-rated movie. This is a pretty violent film. So the antagonist is actually played by Carrie Snodgrass, who would star in Pale Rider the year after this. That's where I know her from. I was surprised to see her in this type of role. But she hires a PI who's played by Lawrence Tierney, who you would probably recognize from Reservoir Dogs, and to get some information on Jack Murphy. And then they have a confrontation, which is kind of interesting, and you learn that she's kind of a psychopath. And to complicate things further, when Jack draws up a list of potential people that he put away who could be out seeking revenge, he kind of settles on the wrong person. So he targets a mobster who he's had entanglements with named Frank Vincenzo. So he gets into a series of confrontations with him and his boys, all the while the real killer seeking revenge is kind of closing in on him, and it all comes down to a really fun conclusion. It was filmed in the Bradbury building, which was featured in the movie Blade Runner, famously. And yeah, look, this is a fun movie. Lots of action, lots of cursing and explosions, and Charles Bronson is Charles Bronson in this movie, okay? I highly recommend it. Now, Kathleen Will Hoyt, I didn't really recognize her. Apparently, I've probably seen her before. She's been in she has dozens of credits. And she also actually recorded a few albums after this. And she does participate in the theme song, which is sung at the end of the film, which is just puts the finishing touches on it. It has that nice 80s feel. And, of course, Bronson would work with director J. Lee Thompson several times in his career on films like White Buffalo, Death Wish 4, and The Evil That Men Do. And he was a big-time director, having directed Cape Fear, the original, and The Guns of Navarone.
Charles Bronson is Jack Murphy.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This was basically just based on me finding it at the dollar store. Previously, I had reviewed, after a little slump, The Domestics and Warning Shot, and I will most likely be returning to the horror theme, which is the main focus of the channel, in my next review. All right, thanks a lot. Later.